hope everyone's doing well as we're just chilling out, hanging out, and stuff like that. So, it's been a tiny bit of time since the last article because I've been doing it kind of frequently this month. Not as much as May or April, but still a decent amount. Hope everyone's doing well as we're just chilling out and hanging out, talking about random stuff as it comes up. Might be humming because what I said in the title, because sometimes I do that when I'm not sure what else to talk about yet. Especially still waking up, even if it's light outside in my part of the world. But hope everyone's doing well, regardless of where you are. But for me, wise things that are coming up, besides me maybe working on trying to update my intro, because my intro is from when I was first starting the channel and had only 3 Let's Plays on my channel, and now we've done so many different things. It's not even funny to think that. And slowly trying to update some of the playlists, ones that I forgot to add the streams to and stuff like that. So, and at some point I need to fix the tags of Ender Lilies, because somehow it shows Devil May Cry still, even though I've kept changing it. So I don't know what that's about, why that tag is still there, but we'll fix that at some point, just so there's no confusion when people are watching the next time I'm doing Ender Lilies. Hey, Nichols, how are you doing? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Don't know if he'll watch this right now because of how early it is, but I wanted to apologize to Brother Ryan for not seeing him in my Twitch stream yesterday, because I forgot to pay attention to the Twitch side, and when I was looking through the chats after stream, I noticed that I probably forgot to say hi to him, and I'm like, oh no. Nice, Nichols. Hopefully your work is going good. And later today, I'll be doing a diagnostic test for one of the places that I applied to be a tutor, so I at least can do that. Don't know if it will be full-time or part-time, because it didn't directly say it in the job posting, but at least it's something I've done before, so it's not like I'm doing something new with tutoring. Because right now I don't want it to be that. I feel like I need to set up private tutoring again to just have people who would want to be tutored and stuff like that. So I'm like, maybe I'll have it as an option, but at the same time, I'm like, not gonna stress about it. Something I still like helping people, and right now keep trying to debate different things. Indeed, even though I don't do as many streams as you and Ryan, but right now when I'm playing a game, usually on my mini iPad, I have it where I see the Twitch and YouTube is just very small, but compared to if I had a monitor. That's why eventually I want to get a monitor, so I don't have that excuse, because I'm tired of saying that being the reason why I skipped over a name or whatnot. Right now I'm trying to decide if on my Streamlabs stuff, if I want to reduce the timers or spread them out, so it doesn't feel like it's going on every 10 to 15 minutes, because I know on the Twitch side not many people type over there, so it's sometimes a wall of Streamlabs. Hello, Falcon. Well, how are you doing? I'm assuming the 4 is just another form of A, since the name Falcon that Miyama was already taken, maybe. Can't tell you for sure since I don't look at everyone's usernames and seeing how many repeats there are. But yeah, I do. If you look through my channel later, you'll see all the games I play. Just right now when I do the vertical streams, it's just me talking about different things. I think it's just random stuff that we talk about sometimes, depending on what's going on. But yeah, I do a lot of different variety of games. The only games I don't always do, just because it's just not my forte, but I do it from time to time, is first-person shooters, and one that I will probably not do just because I don't enjoy them as much is horror-based games. Maybe someone will try to convince me to do it in the future, who knows, but right now I'm not too worried about it. Nice, Falcon. Good work. Just keep it up. And thank you for the sub. But yeah, most of my on the channel wise, it's more about strategy, MOBAs. No, sometimes MOBAs. MOBAs, as some people consider World of Warcraft MOBAs, but strategy, RPG, adventures, platforming. Sometimes puzzle games, depending on what I see in the demo. Sometimes action games, sometimes other style games. Just depends on what's going on. But my roots are Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 1 and 2, and stuff like that. Yeah. I play a lot of different things on the channel that you'll have to look at it to see if there's something that you enjoy. And been doing daily community posts lately, so those of you that like to interact with community posts, you guys have that option for you guys too. So, welcome in everybody. Hope everyone's doing well as we're just chilling out and hanging out, and me moving the phone every once in a while because it being on shaky roads. But besides that, we're just chilling out, hanging out, and just talking about random stuff as I'm thinking about them. At the end of the day, the important thing is just having fun and stuff like that, to say the least. But like I said earlier, but I know not all of you guys was here when I first said it, that I'll be doing a diagnostic test for one of the tutor jobs I applied for because they wanted me to do that. So because usually to be a tutor, some places want you to do the diagnostic first before the interview because they want you to prove your knowledge first. Some places they interview first, then do the diagnostic. It just depends on the location. And sometimes you don't have to do either of them, depending on what's going on and stuff like that. And sometimes you're doing the interview and showing how you tutor at the same time during the same session. It just depends on what's going on. At the end of the day, it just depends on what's going on. The important thing is that we're just here chilling out while I'm just trying and talking to you guys when I'm able to. But when there's heavy traffic at some point, I might not look at the screen right away just because of what's going on. But who knows for sure how things will go. A lot of things will be interesting to find out how things will work, because for me, wise, I just am still trying to decide for my full-time job if I wanted to be still in education. Because for those of you that haven't had a chance to read my bio yet, that I'm currently a substitute teacher, but I've been a high school math teacher as well. But also at the college level, I'm a college, in a sense, prep instructor where I help with different entrance exams, and then I also do private tutoring from time to time, depending on if any of my clients ask me to help them out. Because some of them I don't expect them to help get asked help, especially during the summertime. But now that the school year is about to start, I might get some of them to that ask me if I can help them. But some of mine aren't students anymore, so sometimes it's the case that they ask me for my time so I can listen to them about different things. So even if I'm not a therapist, but some people like me listening to them because I'm patient, and that I always try to give people a different outlook to think about things. And sometimes if I just need to be a wall for someone to just vent, I do that as well. Just depends on what's going on. That's why I've joked about one of the business ideas I eventually want to maybe incorporate, but I know so many people have already done it, is have it where I'm like, do you need a vent buddy? Rent me out for a virtual Zoom call. I thought about doing that as a business strategy, but now I'm like, too many people are already doing it, that no one's going to pay attention to me doing that. One of those interesting things to think about. Because at the end of the day, it's just trying to figure out what will work, what won't work, what happen, what won't happen. But at the end of the day, just trying to figure out how to best help my mom and sis. It's just the three of us. I'm not gonna say the sad thing related to that, but I'm sure if you search through my channel, you'll see why I say I'm not gonna say the sad stuff. But at the end of the day, I like doing these streams because it gives me a chance to talk to new people like Falcon, and also talk to people that doesn't always get the chance to come to my evening streams because they're either doing their own streams or that they're about to go to sleep to go to work, like Brother Nichols. And many of you guys that are here, it's either that I sometimes am on your TV stream, so I know that I may not be able to see your comments right away because it's hard for you to type on the TV. It just depends on how you have things set up, and I completely understand. At the end of the day, it's just enjoying being able to share different things that I think about, or just because I can't think of anything else while I'm seeing who else types besides the Streamlabs and iPod stuff that I have programmed. I just want it to be where it's like, if I'm not able to talk to you guys right away, that if y'all want to engage with the Streamlab prompts, you are able to, I still need to update those prompts because it's been a couple months since I've changed the different conversations, just so I can bring fresh things to the channel for those of us that have answered those questions already, or even if you haven't answered it in my channel, you might be used to answering it for other people. You're like, do I want to talk about this again? I want to talk about a different movie, stuff like that. Just one of those interesting things, to say the least. Yeah, at the end of the day, we're just figuring out how we want to do things. And sometimes that's the hardest part, is just figuring out the how and why, instead of just saying, what will happen. To be able to say what will happen, you need to know how it's going to happen, or when it's going to happen, or where it's going to happen. You don't always ask the who, because most of the time it's you that needs to do something. Something for yourself. Sometimes it's other people, depending on what is the idea. And sometimes it's a group of people, including yourself, because it's collaborative work. It just depends on the nature of the topic, or nature of the assignment, or nature of the work that's in front of you. At the end of the day, we all try to help each other when we can, and when we need to do stuff on our own, be able to do it, not feel like it's stressing us out as much. I know that a decent amount of us in the world have the test anxiety, or just anxiety in general, being like, am I ready for this? Am I going to be good enough? Different other things like that, to say the least. At least, because those are just some of the common things, but there's other common things I didn't say as well. At the end of the day, just hopefully that we're able to strive for what we want to do, and be happy with how we're progressing and stuff like that. At the end of the day, that's all anyone can ask. For yourself wise, and for your family, for those of you that are trying to help your family, or figuring out how you can help, whether it's family wise, whether it's community wise, whether it's work wise, a lot of things to consider, to say the least. At the end of the day, you just have to figure out what things you want to focus on. And some of us, what focus is you want to focus on, because I'm able to think about a lot of things at the same time. And sometimes I have to write it down, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what's going on, to say the least. Just trying to, for me, figure out what my next full-time job is. Because right now, this month, it makes it 1 year and 3 months since I started looking for my next full-time job. I never wanted to be where I feel like YouTube or Twitch or other platforms is a job. It's just a hobby for me. I'm able to share my experiences, share what I know, share my journey of different games, or if you're ever seeing my other channels, my music compositions, or different topics I want to talk about, that's not just on a vertical stream, to say the least. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that we can talk about, a lot of things that we're like, let's try this out. Let's spend on what's going on to best help everyone. And I know some of you guys enjoy doing, like some of us, because we're on TV or can't touch our phone that often, we're just listening, and that's okay too. At the end of the day, we're just here to chill, here to have fun, here to just have someone else talking. Some people say that it's my calming voice, that they stick around just to listen to it, even if I am not talking about things directly. That sometimes just my humming calms people down. It's one of those interesting things, to say the least. But at the end of the day, just trying to figure out how to best help everyone. Wish I can help in more ways, and helping people be a part of their watch hours, or liking and commenting their streams or videos. That I know eventually I'd like to be able to donate and/or membership stuff, or giving people stuff, but right now I know I won't be able to until I get that full-time job again. It's just things that I know I need to do for myself and for my family, so I can start building different things besides just saying I want to do it, but I don't have funds, or I want to do, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do. And different things like that. And stop doubting myself when I'm thinking about ideas for the Rhypi Talks channel. Because I have now over 250 topics that I've written down at some point, but I've not done them because I keep being like, am I the expert of the topic? Would people want to listen to it? Would I find it engaging? If I'm not able to answer at least those three questions, I usually scrap it because I don't know for sure if I'm best qualified to answer that question or topic, because I don't want it to be someone gets mad that I talk about stuff related to science, but I only know really the math side of things. I don't want someone to be like, well, you're wrong, this article proves that you're wrong. I'm just letting you know what I learned or what I know or what I feel like might be a good thing to think about. But there's some things that I know that I won't always have the best answer for everything, because it's not like I'm trying to have the knowledge of everything, because some of us can hold that much knowledge, and why they say that someone's all-seeing. But even someone who knows a lot of things, there's going to be something that they realize they don't know, and it will frustrate them sometimes, to say the least. But then they're just trying to figure out what you enjoy. If you figure out what you don't enjoy, can you spin it to be something positive? Or if it's something that takes to compromise to make it feel less damaging for you, how can you make a compromise for it? Different things like that, as best as you can, because not everything's going to be that we find the positive answer right away. Sometimes by making the compromise becomes a positive thing because you agree on the terms. Yes, sometimes no matter what we talk about, those compromises or deals may fall through. But at the end of the day, I know that's why I don't want to worry about doing sales right now, because most of those jobs are commission-based, and I don't want it to feel like that I'm just trying to get money out of someone just to get me paid. That's just how I feel, but I know some of you guys, it's easy for you to think about that because you're not worried about what the other person feels. In some of our cases, it's the case that you're trying to do what's best for your family, so you don't always think about what's happening around us. So that's some of the things, and there's other ways to talk about it, because like positives is that you're being a better negotiator, you're being a better person of directing your thoughts in a concise manner. That sales can be good and bad thing in some people's eyes, but it's just a matter of how you approach it, because there's some sales that you will listen to it and you're just like, this seems fishy, or this seems sketch. Do I really want to continue talking to them? And you have to figure out how to nicely say that you're not interested without them getting upset, because some people that they are talking to you for an hour, and then if you say you're not interested, they try to get mad at you sometimes. And other times it's the case that if you only spend 5 minutes with them and say, you know what, not good, and then they try to pitch you something else, or just like, let me give you this other proposal. And sometimes you wonder why they didn't start with that proposal if it was the better one for you. It's just one of those interesting things, to say the least. I just can't tell you for sure how things will go. And we're just all trying to help each other. Some of us trying to figure out how to best help our families. For me, because of how I view life, I want it to be a combination of helping everyone and helping my family and helping me at the same time. So I know that I need to think about myself sometimes too. Making sure that I enjoy what I do and why, for me, I've been debating about if I want to go back to teaching. Tutoring's always been something that I enjoy doing because when you're able to give that light bulb to the student and that you see it on for them because they finally connect the dots or they've been struggling, you've been able to help them get unstruggled. As one of those cool things to be able to say as a tutor, but and a teacher as well. But for me, because I've always been tutoring since when I was a middle school student, when I used to only tutor people who was my grade or lower, or because I was in advanced math classes, I sometimes did the regular of it, the next level, but I don't do the advance of the next level sometimes. Even though sometimes I did because of how I usually try to learn a lot of math over the years and why when I was in UL math during my high school career that I was pretty much I became captain most of my time being part of the team because I knew a lot of different methods of different math problems and understood how to use the calculator for quickness, but I didn't always like doing that, so I never really learned how to type fast. But I sometimes did both the number sense and mathematics, and some years just number sense because I had someone who was captain of the one that was multiple choice. So sometimes I stepped in as an alternate for it to make sure that we had enough people. Because usually they only let you have 4 or 5 people taking the exam unless it's a practice. Then you can bring everyone who wants to be part of it. But that's why you do in-house competitions too, to see who's going to be the 4 representing and stuff like that. And that goes a long way when you're thinking about jobs as well. That's why, but for me, it's the case because it is from high school. I don't always talk about that I've had leadership experience because I know, not especially since it's been 10 years since high school for me. Yeah, more than 10 years now, but I should say. But I don't always think about putting it on the resumes anymore because I haven't done it recently. Being a true leader like I was back in high school. If my resume was during my college days, yeah, I would still put that I was a leader because I was a leader in both band and going on that. But at the same time, what justifies putting things in a resume, to say the least. Resume is always one of those tricky things, to say the least, to talk about because especially nowadays when things can be quickly scanned and overlooked because it doesn't have the words that someone was looking for, or they're like, oh, this doesn't have anything to do with the job I'm trying to hire for, and don't think about the transferable skills if it's not written there. And stuff like that. It's one of those interesting things, to say the least. And I was talking for a lot. Hope that helped some of you guys what I was talking about today so far. I don't know how much it helps you guys or not. I just hope that it gave some clarity. Also, we had 41 people in here at one point. I guess a lot of you guys are either strolling through different shorts and my live stream happened to be there, or that you're watching me on the TV. And hello, everyone. At the end of the day, I just enjoy being able to talk to everyone because you never know who needs to hear something positive, or hear something that's deep down and stuff like that. I would say don't forget to leave a like, but I know some of you guys don't have that capability because you're on the TV. But remember, if you're looking at it from a shorts perspective, you can just double tap your stream to get it to be the point where you can like it instead of worrying about finding the button in the options. But whoa, 54! When did that happen? Wowza, why is this getting so big? Big. And went by half. Probably because everyone saw that wasn't a short, but it popped up on their short feed. Wowza. I don't know why this stream is picking up a lot. It's not like I put any tags on this because usually because it's mobile stream, I don't have any tags on here. For sure what you guys enjoy and not enjoy, and I just hope that you guys enjoyed the conversations. And still in the middle of driving back home. And don't forget to leave a like for those of you that can. But at the end of the day, just figuring out what I want to do. What will things be if you ask me this question next year at this time, and if I felt like I did everything that I wanted to since I said this, and I'm like, I'm not sure how I would answer that right now. Or even just January, or I'm now to January. It's no guarantees that I get my next full-time job, even I would like to say I have it, but there's no way of knowing for sure until it happens. And for me, it's just the case that I've met this amount of people, but I never wanted to feel like that because I know someone, they have to help me. I've never been that kind of person. I know some people, when I met them, when I talk about it, that in real life when I'm talking to them face to face, they're like, stop thinking about that. It's okay for you to utilize your resources. But for me, it's just one of those scary things to think about. Is I don't want to feel like I'm using someone in a sense where you feel like you're just using them just to get you a better promotion or a better position later down in the road because you know someone else. It's just one of those interesting things to think about. Because once again, that some of us do it well, and but some of us, when you have to worry about if you have to backstab someone in emotional sense or words wise to get where you need to be, that's when it's just like, is that really the best answer that you can give? And sometimes some people are easily able to say yes, that was the right choice, and then there's those that do the choice and then they're like, oh gosh, did I really want to do that? And why the multiverse theory is the thing, because a lot of different choices you can think of it being alternate pathways or alternate timelines depending on what word you prefer to use. Because we do have that being the case. But at the end of the day, just trying to figure out how to best help everyone. And see how things unfold, to say the least. Because we're just chilling out here, and those of you that are here now, welcome in. Because we're just thinking about a lot of different things, and I'm just trying to think what else I want to talk about besides just stuff that feels deep or feels like I'm just talking about work in a general sense. up on it a tiny bit to make sure that I'm 100% ready as best as I can. But who knows for sure how things will go. Just one thing is just to figure out how to have fun, how to enjoy life to the best of our ability. Because I know some of us, it's very limited to what we can do compared to others. Some of us, we have too much energy that we're like, oh, what do I want to do next? What do I want to do next? Blah, 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 blah. Depends on what kind of things we're looking for, to say the least. Sorry for the yawn. But then they just been trying to figure out how I want to do things, because one of the new channels that I've been thinking about launching, I'm like, I keep thinking about making videos for it, but then I'm like, I don't know if people want to see me do that. So I'm like, I hesitate and stop thinking about it, to say the least. I told you I was gonna hum at some point today for those of you that have been here for a while or is listening to the recording / video later. At some point that was gonna happen. I know a lot of people are playing Battlefield 6 today because of the live open beta, but for me, I'm not too worried about it, just because 2 years ago when I was first on doing stuff on the channel, I was playing Battlefield 2042, excuse me, and after a couple of weeks, because I was laying on the fan before, that it made my hard drives overheat, that I had to bring it to the place that I got the laptop from, and they had to replace my hard drives, because I was under the plane at least, that it was covered. But I don't want to have to worry about that again, because the streams from my old laptop was not the best, because it was very laggy from what I remember some people telling me from a house perspective, so I don't want to ever have to worry about it being I'm in that risk again. You know, right now World of Warcraft's been worrying me a little bit, because it's been having that issues with that lately. Sometimes that freezes randomly, and I'm like, yikes. I think it's probably because I need to probably get an external that's just for the World of Warcraft game, or just games, depending on how big the external becomes, memory-wise, once I'm able to buy them. So, at the end of the day, just trying to figure out what I can do. Just enjoying what we can. I'll go ahead and end off the stream here since we're near my house. But I hope everyone has a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching the stream or video. See you guys next time when we're either doing a vertical stream, because I might do one later today, or doing a gaming stream of some kind. See you guys then. Peace.